Dear friends, this is Anish from Passionise.com. The greatest gift that you have is your life, because your life is a canvas full of experiences. So many times we experience so many joyful events, so many meaningful circumstances, so much opportunity for growth, but at the same time, a lot of us experience a lot of painful moments, a lot of events that we would really not want them to be in their lives. But let me tell you a little secret. And the secret is that the designer of this canvas of your life is really you. Yes, you don't believe me? Because it's obvious that you think that why would I have so many events and experiences in my life that I don't really want? How is it that I can change them? Well, let's first see what is it that keeps us, so many of us, limited in the way we experience life. The biggest factor is fear. Fear that I'm not good enough, fear that people are not going to appreciate me, fear that I won't be successful when I take an initiative, fear that people won't love me. All of these fears feed into us and keep us in a state of low confidence. It is this low confidence that stops us from trying, from exploring, from expressing ourselves. And yes, the power to change all of that is there in your emotions. It's how you learn to manage and transform your emotions. That's why we invite you to come to this special workshop this carnival at Passionise, where we are going to help you work with your emotions, understand the beliefs that you have been holding on, that society has been telling you, or that your parents or that your workplace has put in your subconscious mind, that are actually limiting you and not allowing you to grow. We all know that when we experience fears, when we experience stress, when we experience a lot of pain, when we experience even a lot of anger, all these are what we call negative emotions. Why are they negative? Because firstly, these emotions don't feel so good, and secondly, these emotions do not allow us to think rationally, to be creative. They do, because when you're angry or when you're worried or when you're stressed, that's when you end up making decisions which are really not so prudent, not so wise. When you're angry, you end up spoiling relationships because you react to people around you. I'm sure all of you have experienced events when in a fit of anger you reacted or performed or said something to someone. After that you went back and apologized to him. So what we work at Passionise.com is to give you tools, give you methodologies, and give you very, very practical experiences and guidance that you can learn to work with your emotional field and transform yourself into a more peaceful person, a person who doesn't get affected so much even when there is a lot of negativity going around you. You can become someone who can learn to love yourself, to feel more joyful, to feel more, have more self-confidence in yourself, and at the same time be more happy, because happiness is the key to fulfillment. When you are able to stay in this state of a more positive emotional experience, that is where your power lies. Because in order to inspire others, you first need to inspire yourself. You need to trust yourself. You need to believe that yes, life can be transformed. Once you take control of your emotions, and this is the field of emotional intelligence, you become a far more pleasant person to be around. You start affecting positive change in your family, with your relationships, in your friend circle, and yes, in the professional environment too, because you start taking a leadership role. Who really is a true leader? A leader is not someone who is the boss. A leader is not someone who has the power. A leader is someone who has the ability to understand others' emotions and inspire them and motivate them. When people around you see you as a more peaceful person, a more centered person, a more balanced person, they are going to be far more willing to hear your ideas, to support you in your endeavors, and that's when you start connecting to your real true talents, to your real true leadership. The second aspect of this workshop is going to help you to discover your passions, because when you become a more balanced, a more centered, a more joyful person, what happens most of the times is also that you discover that you have these so many hidden skills, most of them very creative skills, which start emerging. Maybe you start getting good at public speaking, maybe you start getting good at designing things, maybe you start getting good at inspiring others, or a host of other creative faculties of your mind start opening up. And then you connect to what really is your own true passion, because when your work is aligned to your passion, hours can go by and you can be far more productive in your work without that resistance, without that stress of I need to go to work, I need to finish these tasks, because then instead of this fear pushing you to go through deadlines and tasks, you will have a pull towards what your real goals are. These goals are ones that you decide for yourself, because no one else can decide and tell you what your goals need to be. Your goals need to be aligned with your passion, your creativity, and the inherent skills that you have inside of you. This workshop, we will be focusing on letting these skills emerge out. Also, the biggest factor is how to keep yourself motivated. So there are two aspects of motivation. First is connecting to your passion, and second is finding a purpose. And the purpose is a key driver, because many of us do a lot of work but don't feel fulfilled unless that work is useful for others. So your real purpose, and all of us here have skills that will help us move towards our purpose, is when we can create something that adds value to others, that adds value to society, that helps someone. So identifying your goals by connecting them to your passion and your purpose is another key take that you will get from this workshop. At Passionise.com, our focus and our objective is to help empower you, and through empowering you, help you create more compassionate work culture, more compassionate society. That's what we are aiming to, so that work can be joy for everyone. Thank you very much.